indirect, not directly telling us. And then we got our steal method, okay? Indirect characterization using steal. This is for indirect using steal. Speech. You gotta listen to what the character says and how they say it. What are they saying? And what's their tone? Right? So that tone can mean something totally different. Remember the girl from the video yesterday, right? Her tone was telling her she's not really kind, right? She's not really helpful. She's clever. She's a little bit tricky in that situation.
And literally smacked her brother in her face.
Selfish. Thoughts. Understanding a character through their thoughts. Okay? That would be a good example. Like if Chang was speaking to himself, right? He had a bubble and it was just visualizing a pony and no friends, right? That would be his thought. And then we can find out that Chang is lonely. Effects on others. Notice how other characters react to them, right? If I'm going to react different, if he comes up, right, and I start to cry, we're going to figure out something about Talon, right? Remember that brother yesterday? How he reacted to his sister? He started to cry.
He got smacked in the face.
Watch what the character does, their actions. What is the character doing? Okay? Yesterday they were cooking in the kitchen. That's telling us that they're helpful, they're kind, right? Caring for others. And then of course looks. You observe their appearance and their clothing. What are they wearing? Indirect characterization. For example, a character says, I am not afraid of anything. That's showing bravery. Right? I'm not afraid of anything. That character is brave. That's their speech. Their thinking. A character worries about a test, showing they care about school. Okay? The character worries about a test, so that's showing that they care, right? And they're driven and they're determined, and they care about their test. And then we got their effects on others. Others trust the character. That means the character is reliable, trustful, right? Kind. And then the actions. Helping someone shows kindness. So like Chang and his grandpa are in the kitchen helping the cook, right? So that's showing that they're kind. And of course the last one, right, is looks. Worn out clothes might indicate that they're poor. A really fancy dress might indicate that they're rich. Alright, so just a review on that. Now we are going to go over the vocab real quick. We're gonna randomly call. Isaac, what is the first word?
Ford.
That is a Ford. Can you give it to me in a sentence?
So, I went to Safeway. I was able to afford chicken. I was able to afford chicken.
Able to afford chicken nuggets. Good. Tua, what is this word?
Scooped.
That is scooped. What does it mean? Picked up. Can you give it to me in a sentence? I scooped my ice cream in my bowl. Okay? Good. D-Nick, what is this word? What does it mean? What does pour mean? Moving liquid from one place to another. Can you give it to me in a sentence? I poured milk in my cereal. Good. Ioli, what is this word? What does faded mean? It means to lose brightness or color. Think about your shirt. Give it to me in a sentence. My blue shirt faded when I watched it. Good. Autumn, what is this word? What does it mean? David is daydreaming right now. What does it mean? David is daydreaming right now. What does it mean? A dreamlike vision. Can you give it to me in a sentence? Oh, you're using it in daydreaming. This is daydream. I had a scholar. Okay. CJ, what is this word?
Ditch.
That is ditch. What does it mean?
A long narrow hole in the ground.
Long narrow hole in the ground. Can you give it to me in a sentence?
I put my paper bowl in the ditch and it floated away.
I put my paper bowl in a ditch and it floated away. I like that. I like the details. Excellent job, CJ. The last one. Mia, what is this? Glittery. What does it mean? Shiny and sparkling. Can you give it to me in a sentence? My shirt was glittery because I poured a bottle of glitter on it. So I did that. Okay, to our boards, 4 corners. You know the routine. I'm going to give you a word. I'm going to give you guys markers as well.
Oh wow.
Your guys' word is glittery. Your guys' word is scooped. Your guys' word is a board. Your guys' word is faded. No, ditch. Quickly. Quickly get this done. You got about 3 minutes.
They have 2 more words.
What?
Wait, what challenge?
Sparkling or what?
Or shiny.
Shining. Excellent. Good job.
Okay, the sentence is
Hold on. Besides Tal, let's see if someone else can come up with a sentence. He does a lot of work in this group. I want to see. I know you guys got brains, right? I know you guys are intelligent. So let's see. It means able to buy. So how can we come up with a sentence?
You could use able to buy.
I was able to buy what type of cereal for breakfast? I was able to buy Lucky Charm cereal for breakfast. Excellent job. Good job. Okay, someone else besides Isaac for the sentence today. Maybe Aben or maybe Mia. Yeah. I want someone else besides Isaac for the sentence today. Aben or Mia. You got a word for sparkling or glittery. Glittery.
Okay, so I know what the word is. Try and draw like one and then draw like the sentence is okay. So no. Okay, so my red shirt was
Add detail. Add detail. From I scooped up the
my red shirt was glittering because I
added detail. Okay, good. I want a detailed sentence.
My red shirt was glittering soft sand. Wait, no, my shirt was glittering. Wait, no. Should we do soft sand? My red shirt. Okay, no, my shirt was glittering because I poured red glitter on it.
No, we're not gonna stop this for a minute. I was able to afford Lucky Charms at Walmart. Yes, at Walmart. Thank you. And then finish it off with the rest.
My shirt was glittering because we poured red glitter on it. My shirt was glittering because we poured red.
You can't go from mine to we. Okay, you understand that? It can be my shirt was glittery because I poured a bottle of red glitter on it. You see, you can't go. Our shirt was glittery because we poured. You see that? You have to use our with we, I, my with I.
I don't know how to. I got it. Oh yeah.
Sound it out. I'm not correct. Sound it out. Oh, strong. When me and my friends, when my friends and I, when my friends and I. Sit down when you've got it done. Back in your seats.
Red word my back. What's the right picture?
Sure, this capital at the beginning of that sentence.
Red glitter. We don't red glitter on it looks like it should be down. Wait, they came from China.
Yes. We did talk about that.
Thank you. Picture. You guys need a good picture. You guys need picture.
Alright, well, 30 seconds. Get it done. Sit down on your seat when you got it.
What is this? I don't know how to do a shirt. How to do a shirt? With my book. I know. But I changed the sentence. Time's up. How was that? You should have said It's already been 30 seconds.
10, 9, 8.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Alright, sit down, please. Sit down. It's okay.
Like you can do any better.
Alright, class.
He's literally roll apart.
We'll try it again, class.
Yes.
One more time, class.
Yes.
Okay. Talon, what is your word? For Lucky Charms at Walmart for your breakfast tomorrow. Excellent. I like the details as well. I went back in and made you guys add details. Now put that away. Put that away, please. Thank you. Okay, Tua, what is your word?
Ditch.
Good. Herman, what does it mean? Long, narrow hole in the ground. Cherish, you give it to me in a sentence. My friends and I were playing at the farm. We saw a big ditch. Okay, I need those extra details. Do you understand? All right, just don't worry to your friends and play. Okay? Good. And your picture matches. Your guys' picture matches. Okay. Jamin, what is your word? Yes, it is scooped. What does it mean? Pick up something. CJ, give it to me in a sentence.
I scooped up the wet sand with a shovel to build a sandcastle.
I like those details. I scooped up a wet sand with a shovel to build a sandcastle. Mia, what is your word? It is glittering. What does it mean? Sparkling and shining. Can you give it to me in a sentence, David? Our shirts were glittery when we poured red glitter on them. Excellent job. Now you guys are gonna transition, okay? You're gonna get your books out and you're gonna get your character maps out. Go ahead and transition into that. Kind, now you can put that on as well. He's kind. Right? No? Okay. I want you with your group.
Wait, You already know what he looks like, right?
Class?
Yes.
I want you with your group to summarize what we've read, pages 6 to 14. 6 to 14. Summarize what we read. I'm going to give you about 3 minutes to get this done. Summarize what we read so far. Go ahead and go. Work with your groups.
Change Twist was, well, they're in the kitchen in the Gold Ditch Hotel. And suddenly, and then Shane hears like, he hears Otis and he ran super fast to the door. And he said if I only had a pony, he would never be lonely again, right? And then Papa Lee's like, no, you're gonna have it next year. So minors, go bring your family. And then Dorothy said, you will not be lonely because you got friends. But he said the American children hate us. But Papa Lee no, they don't hate us. They just don't really understand.
We're not writing it down. We'll see where it goes. Okay, we're
He
talking.
said he'd rather have a
We're not writing it down, guys.
friend.
Should be close.
Like Grandpa Lee said, you have friends, your teacher and Big Pete. But you said they're like old. Papa Lee pointed to a
We're gonna leave out the less important details. I just need the important details.
He said,
Just give me the important details.
And then he said, finish peeling for the hungry miner.
When you're done summarizing, make a prediction of what you think's gonna happen next.
Shane did what
Yeah, when you're done summarizing, make a prediction of what's gonna happen next.
But all the time, you really wish he had a pony when he was doing his chores.
Okay, what do you guys think's gonna happen next?
I think he's gonna get discriminated by all the miners. And then he's gonna find them. Can we do what he looks like?
Okay. We're summarizing. Gotta give me the important details and leave out the less important details. Gotta figure out what's important and what's not.
Okay. Holy shoot. What's important is.
Guys, if you guys look at Jakey,
He'd rather.
Alright, class.
Yeah, Wes.
Okay, I should not see pencils at all. Pencils should be down. Our mouths should be going when we're discussing, but pencils should not be going. Understood?
Yes.
Okay. Isaac, can you summarize what we've read so far?
We learned that Shane really wants a pony because all the other people from America, they discriminate him and I think the rocks and stuff that because how he loaded out the flocks. And Shane and his grandfather, they feed all the miners,
Okay. So what does that make them?
a kind and helpful person.
And then we want to add to that. Yes, Tal. Well said. Okay. Again, good team talk. There was good team talk here. Talent tends to talk a lot, so you guys gotta get more involved. All right. You guys have good ideas. We need better team talk in those two tables back there. All right. CJ, can you make a prediction of what's gonna happen next? What do you think's gonna happen, CJ? Predictions can be right or wrong. What do you think's gonna happen next in the book? Again, it could be right or wrong. What do you think's gonna happen in the book? predict that.
I predict that.
I'm gonna do. Yes. Do you want Landon? You go up. Yep. A pony. So excellent. Landon, CJ, look at me. CJ, eyes up. Landon said, I predict that Chang will get a pony. Isaac, what was your prediction?
I predict that Chang's gonna be discriminated by all the minors and all the minors and all the people.
Excellent.
And then he's gonna try to get a point. And so then he can have a point.
Can you guys come up with a good question about what's going to happen next? A question. For example, what does Chang want more of? Is there anything else besides a pony that he wants more? Can you come up with a question? Talk about that with your group.
I think we could say you guys that Shane could want instead of a pony he wants revenge from California or
Yeah, we know he wants a pony, but what else do you need? Does he want like a real friend or like another pony or something? What do you think, Diana?
or what that is
Class.
Yes.
I don't hear much discussion.
I think that something that Shane wants to do is like how he wants to
A question.
Oh yeah. So a question that I had.
Really might have one.
Do you think he's gonna get a friend?
Hey, put the pencil down. We're going to put this away.
Oh yeah.
What question do you have?
No, so a question that we
Question about
have is that
what, maybe about the
I'm
boy.
sure
What question do you have?
Question.
Do you think is he gonna have a friend? Like an actual friend?
Give me a thumbs up when your group
What
has
do
it.
you think, Ayana?
Huh? So will Chang be nice and helpful, or will the California kids be nice and helpful? Because Chang is nice and helpful. All right, class.
Yes.
Jamin, what was your guys' question? Huh? Oh, so will Chang get a pony or friend? Excellent. Good. Aben, what was your question? What did Chang name the pony? I like that. What is your question?
They all throw at it and throw a bunch of rocks at it and kill it, and then maybe they all back maybe. Right.
So will Chang still be nice? And Tua, what is your question?
Why the miners keep on yanking Chang's hair?
Why do the miners keep on yanking Chang's hair? Excellent job. All excellent questions. We've got to move forward. We got to get through this. Your questions today are: what does Chang do after he tightens his pigtail and puts on his clothes? Does he take a bath in a big tub, stop to look at a horse, goes to his lessons, or pretends his pillow is a horse? And what does Chang do after he tightens his pigtail and puts on his clothes? Why does Chang like writing Chinese characters more than English? Why does he? We should not be in the book right now. I should be on the board, please. I should be on the board. I should be on the board. Thank you, Isaac. Thank you, Myoli. Thank you, Landon. Thank you, Talon. Thank you, Dina. Why does Chang like writing Chinese characters more than English letters? Your write-on's gonna be, and you'll write that on the board today. Why does Chang's teacher hit him in the back with a stick? And what does that tell you about Chang? His teacher hits him in the back with a stick. What is that telling you about Chang? What trait is the author trying to tell you? That's where we're looking for characterization. And then on page 24, Yo mean when he tells Chang he will be an empty bamboo if he doesn't study? He means that he will grow tall and thick. He means that Chang will be flexible and smart. He means Chang will know nothing. Or it means that Chang will get hit with sticks all the time. Okay, what does scholar C. Yo mean when he tells Chang he will be an empty bamboo if he doesn't study? Open up to page 15, Autumn. Open up to page 15, please. I'm going to read 15 today. You guys are going to read 16, 17, 18, and 19, all right? And then you answer your questions. Again, I'm going to do 15. You guys are going to read 16, 17, 18, and 19. Do we understand? Well, actually, no. I'll read a little bit more. I'm supposed to read 15 to 18. You guys will read 20 to 26, actually. 20 to 26. All right, are we ready? Eyes on 15. I'm going to stop and ask questions. Pencil should be down. Pencils down, eyes on the book, page 15. Should say trouble. Some miners were rough. They liked to yank Chang's pigtails. Is that nice?
No.
Those miners are what?
Mean.
Those miners are mean to him. Chang tried to keep his pigtails out of their reach. And he was always polite. Ooh, we got a new one. Direct characterization. Direct characterization. Chang is what?
Polite.
Chang is polite. Would that be effects on others, maybe?
Yeah.
I would say that would be effects on others. Right? He's polite. Effects on others, polite. Write that word in that box. Effects on others. Under the E box, that he's polite. That's direct characterization right there. Effects on others with the E. The E. And that says effects on others, right? Others see him as polite.
Wait, so
Polite. P-O-L-I-T-E. It's in the book. Did we all write that? Tua, you got that? Cherish, you write that? Hilux, Autumn, did you write that? CJ, you got it? P-O-L-I-T-E. Should be really quickly. Polite. Eyes back on the book. When a miner, pencil should be down now, eyes back on page 16. When a miner asked him his name, Chang bowed low and said, "My humble name is Chang." The miner slapped his knee. "Doesn't that pop your eyeballs?" he cried. Everyone laughed. Chang ran into the kitchen. "I want to go home to China," he said. Grandpa Lee held him close. How's he feeling right now?
sad.
Why is he feeling sad?
Because
Miners are mean.
Why is his teacher slapping him? Why is the miner slapping? You know we can't go back, he said. There's war in China. Why can't they go back to China?
Because it's war in China.
But those miners, why are they so mean? Asked Chang. Grandpa Lee sighed. They left their hearts at home, he said. All they can think about is gold and gold fever. Makes them a little crazy. Okay, you guys are going to stay in your seats today. Okay, I want you working together to finish off 20 to 26 and then answering the questions. 20 to 26 and then answer the questions. Go ahead and go. Again, get here then and get over here. You're staying in your seats. Nice enough.
So,
Go ahead. Partner read.
Health, P-A-E-L-L-S. About
he was daydreaming in class about a pony. That tells us that Jane does not want
he was daydreaming in class of having a pony, right? In class, just where was he?
I'll give you 100. I'll give you 100
Yes, yes.
Fast, fast.
Yes, yes.
Back to the board. Wait, sorry, back to the seat. My bad. Back to the seat. Eyes up. You guys are doing good so far. Those bull bumps are really good. Okay, we're getting there to the finish line, so just relax. We do good. We'll get play side with the ball. We'll get bull bumps. Okay, so just stay focused. We got this. We got word power, right? And then we're done. Understood? I'm not going to push anything more today. Okay. What does Shane do after he tightens his pigtail and puts on his clothes? Does Shane take a bath in the big tub? Does Shane stop and look at the horse? Does Shane go to his lesson? Does Shane pretend his pillow is a horse? Herman! A, B, C, or D? D?
No, C.
Not C. Not C. Not C. Tina, what is it? It is B. It is B. If you look at the picture, the picture gives you the hint. The picture on the page gives you the hint. If I open up Talon's book, right here. Let me get to that right page, Mr. Look! With pigtails, there's it, and the horse. Understood? The pictures give you clues.
Even says that.
And it says it in the book.
Takes up to look at the horses.
You gotta use your book. You have to start using your book, okay? Okay. Why does Shane like writing Chinese characters more than English letters, CJ?
Because
Oh, I need my stem. Shane likes.
Jane likes to write Chinese words more than English words because English words seem like words when they're more out. The cost of paper and Chinese words look like objects.
Good. Excellent. Do you guys think that's 80, 90, or 100? I'm thinking. Oh, let's look at SFA. Hold on. Let's look at SFA. What SFA wants, okay? The 100 Shane likes writing Chinese characters more than English characters because the characters look like pictures. CJ said that. When he writes them, he imagines what they look like. He thinks the English letters look like ugly worms on a paper. That's 100. He didn't say that last part. Shane likes writing Chinese characters more than English letters because the characters look like pictures instead of ugly words. I think CJ's is way more closer to 100 than a 90, so excellent job, CJ. Nope. We gotta move on. Just one person. I like the fact that you want to share, though, okay? I like the fact. Why does Shane's teacher hit him in the back with a stick? What does that tell you about Chang? Mia, go ahead and share yours. Oh, read the whole thing. Yep.
word. For example, the two small words rain and bow put together will make the word rainbow, which is a whole new, bigger word with a completely different meaning. Or if I have the words cup and cake put together, it will give me the compound word cupcake. Notice how compound words don't necessarily have anything to do with the smaller parts. For example, the word hot talks about temperature, and the word dog here is an animal. Put together, these words make the word hot dog, which is a food. Can you find the compound words in the following sentences?
Let's try this one.
I'm putting my sunglasses on. Which word in this sentence is a compound word? If you said sunglasses, you are correct. The word sunglasses can be broken apart into sun and glasses. Let's visit the lighthouse. Which word in this sentence is a compound word? If you said lighthouse, you are correct. The word lighthouse is broken down into two smaller words which are light and house.